I'm here with Hector, and we're talking about enterprise access control.
Absolutely.
So, let's talk about that from the enterprise perspective, access control, and why it's important.
Absolutely. So, access control, it can be anywhere between a job site to a corporate facility to critical infrastructure, a data center. So access control involves opening and closing of doors, right? Your entrances, or even within facilities. So we help bridge that gap of those offline assets with our key cabinets, and we integrate into those access control systems.
Well, we know the key cabinets, but we're standing here in front of this turnstile. So tell us a little bit about this and how it integrates with the other
our
solutions.
key cabinet solutions.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So the turnstile that we have here present, so the idea here of the integration is you have a connection between your keys, right, and the flow or process would be you take your key. Before you can go through the turnstile, you'd have to check out your key before you go into a controlled area. You present your credential, it lets you through. Now, you can also return the key back and you won't be able to go through the turnstile. So we're driving a process based on key movements and access through openings. In this case, we're showing a turnstile, but it could be a door or a speed gate or any kind of other opening. It's just a way of ensuring that your assets are getting returned, as well as you maintaining control of certain areas that people have the proper equipment or keys before they can get through those.
So we're really talking about the integration of the access control more than the product itself.
That's
but it's still a cool looking product, right?
Absolutely.
So Biosite's an ensemble company. This is for what, worksite security? Or?
This is more for worksite security, for construction sites where they need to have access control to get into and out of construction sites. So they provide that accountability to know, okay, we have a certain amount of crew that's coming into a site or X amount of crew that's leaving a site.
Okay.
So that's what they provide.
So how does this play with integrators, with the integrator community and, the ease of integration, things like that?
Yeah, absolutely. So the integration allows you to manage one pool of users, right? Okay. So CrewSight has their throughput of individuals, and we basically ingest those users into our database. We handle the processing as well. So they only really have one point that they need to be managing, and that would be through the CrewSight management portal.
Okay. And so integrating all the different pieces together, is that pretty easy to do from a technical perspective?
As long as we have a REST API and we can make that connection, absolutely. We can make integrations happen.
And so obviously end users want to hear about the ROI and the justification. So just tell me about where it goes from there, basically.
Right. So ROI can be looked at in different ways, right? From time management, right, on your employees, whether I usually ask this question, how long does an individual take in order to find the key so they can go to work?
Okay.
Right? So you have a central location that everybody has to go to, pick up their keys and go back. That's half an hour of their day that's going away just looking for their keys.
Right.
Whereas if you have a key cabinet, it's a specific designated location, everybody's got access based on what's been predefined.
Okay.
That takes 3 minutes, right? So your cost savings starts to build up based on time. And that's one aspect. The second is what happens when keys get lost or assets get stolen or lost. Where do you lose money, right? And the return on that is, okay, I know where they are, I know how long they're being used, who was the last person that used it, and if that key goes missing, you know the individual that was last to hold the possession of the key.
Right.
So you can always go back to them and quickly identify, okay, if this key was lost, who lost it, when it was lost. That way you mitigate the risk where there is loss, for example.
And you help integrators talk this language to the customers, I hope.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for the overview.
You're very welcome.